a basketball game, I think, maybe. I mean, it was interesting down the stretch, really. It was pretty interesting. Somehow we almost won. I don't even know how, but we almost did. Man, if just a few of those, if just a few of those shots that almost went in, we would have won. And that's, oh man, because there's so many shots that, from Kiefer Sykes or Justin Holiday or Lance Stevenson. One from Justin Holiday literally was over halfway in the hoop and rimmed out. Oh my goodness. It's so close. So close to going in. And then at that point, you can't really blame them, because when it's that close to going in, that's not they miss wide right or it's an air ball or something like that. When it's that close to going in, they did almost everything perfectly. They put barely too much power. There was barely too much pressure from the guide hand. There was a bit of a draft. That stuff, when it's barely a miss. It's tough. It's really tough. But, I mean, it's good for the tank. It's a good game for the tank, because it was an exciting game, and Lance Stevenson did good, and it was a loss, which means we continue to get a better draft pick, which is, I guess, what we're aiming for now. I think either today or tomorrow is the last day of Lance Stevenson's 10-day, which means that for him to play on Wednesday, they would have to sign him. So I would expect to find out if we are signing Lance Stevenson either today or tomorrow, because his contract will be up. Sabonis had a pretty good game. Myles Turner on defense was good. On offense, he was decent. He's probably going to get traded because we haven't really seen him play in the fourth quarter very much. And yeah, which I don't really like, because I think to the team, Myles Turner is more valuable, because on defense without him, it's really hard to watch that. We suck. And he loves the city of Indy. He loves the fans. He's a great guy in person if you ever get to meet him. He's a great guy. One of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. And most accommodating to fans. He's one of the nicest and most genuine guys you will ever meet in your life. Yeah. I just hate to see him go. It'd be tough to watch him in another jersey. I'll probably cry on the video that I made about the trade. And I'd probably like some of the players that we got back, too. I mean, if we got James Bouknight back for Myles Turner and a few draft picks, that'd be good. Or if we traded Myles for some draft picks, signed Dwayne Washington to a full-time contract, that'd be good. But just to see Myles go would be tough. It'd be really tough, because he's been here the longest. Been here for 7-8 years. Right? It's 2015. Yeah. Lance had a good game. Kiefer was inconsistent, but he still managed to get in double figures and had a good game defensively. And Torrey Craig got in double figures. Watching Torrey Craig, Lance Stevenson, and Kiefer Sykes just on defense, flopping and trying to draw fouls. I know usually we frown upon flopping, but with those guys, those scrappy guys, they don't flop because they're obnoxious or because they're soft. They flop out of necessity because it's something they've always done to help the team win, because they're gritty, because they're tough. They flop out of necessity. They don't flop because they're soft. Torrey Craig getting pushed in the chest was actually a foul. He just, grabbed his eye or his nose and was acting like that to get the ref's attention, because, you got to do that stuff to get the officials' attention for them to actually call the foul. I was really upset when Domas went down and he was on the ground, injured, and they should have stopped the game. They would have stopped it for Jason Tatum. They would have stopped it for anybody else. They should have stopped the game, and they kept it going, and the Celtics ended up scoring because it was like a power play in hockey, because it was a 4-on-5. It was just... They shouldn't have counted those points. They shouldn't have. That was just an utterly terrible job by the officials. But what wasn't a terrible job with the officials, when the Celtics challenged that foul on Justin Holiday, and the official came back and said that the foul wasn't on Williams. The foul wasn't on Robert Williams. He said, it was funny because he was like, the foul call has been changed from a defensive foul on Robert Williams, and then you had the Celtics fan going, yeah, let's go, and then they changed, they were like, to a defensive foul on Richardson. Oh, that was funny, because as soon as he said that, they were just like, it was so funny. It was so funny, because I knew it didn't matter. We were going to lose. We were going to lose, but I just found it funny. That was a funny moment. O'Shea Brissett had 3 blocks. That was crazy. And most of them were from the perimeter, too, I'm pretty sure. At least one of them. Because I remember I saw him, like, run down the court and freaking block a shot on the perimeter. That's what makes O'Shea so valuable, is he's one of the few guys that can consistently get blocks around the perimeter. I don't know how. He's just so energetic and so, revved up, ready to go, and so physical and active on defense that he gets his hands there. Same with Dwayne Washington and Kiefer Sykes. Like, Dwayne Washington, I've seen him do what TJ McConnell does, where he just gets in passing lanes and intercepts the ball like a cornerback. And I've seen Kiefer Sykes, like TJ McConnell, be playing one-on-one defense with someone. He gets low enough, because he's smaller, and he uses that to advantage. He gets low enough to where he can just poke the ball out, even when the guy turns, because he's low enough that his center of gravity is low enough that he can change fast. When that guy turns away, he can match his speed and poke the ball out, and then he pokes the ball out, gets it, and goes the other end of the court. Or he gets in passing lane and intercepts it. Those guys are just crazy. Like, they're scrappy. They're dogs. Same with Lance on defense. I enjoy those guys, drawing fouls, because, like, we don't have many guys that draw fouls on defense and cause the team to commit offensive fouls. We need that more, I feel like. And it's entertaining to watch, and it's something you can do to help your team win. I don't know why more guys don't do it. I know when I play basketball, I do it. It's fun. It is so fun to do, because you draw the foul. Everybody knows that you were exaggerating the call, and then when they call the foul, the guy that gets called on gets so upset at you and the ref and everybody. It's so funny. It's so funny, and the best part about it is it helps your team win. You guys get the ball back, or if you're in the bonus, you're shooting free throws. It's an enjoyable part of basketball. I don't know why more people don't do it. Basketball players need to learn the art of baiting people into fouling them. Yeah. It was a good game for the Tank. And it was entertaining. This is the games we're asking for, I guess, now. Where they're entertaining and we lose. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe Myles Turner will be like Lance Stevenson and goes somewhere else, doesn't like it, and then he comes back in free agency when we're almost completing the rebuild in a few years. Who knows? Who knows? We'll find out. See you guys next time. As always, I'm not funny, and this was an interesting game. The Pacers need a closer. Jaden Ivey's kind of clutch, just saying. Add that to his pros. If you have a pros and cons list on Jaden Ivey, add that to one of his pros. He is clutch. He's a clutch shooter. Not a consistent shooter, but a clutch one who can close out games. You can put the ball in his hands with 5 seconds left. He'll make the shot. 2 guys on him, 3 guys on him. You can put all 5 guys on him. He'll make the shot. See you guys next time.
Just got unlucky on a few plays tonight. You know, one of those plays, I thought he was standing still, but he just hit the shit out of that one guy, and the guy went flying. They blew the whistle, and they called it on him.